So, good morning or good evening, depending on when you're watching this video, and welcome back to the third episode of the series Talks with Americano. You know, I was saying in the last episode I might change the title, but it's kinda grown on me. I feel like it's not that bad of a title. It's kinda generic, but it gets the point across of what this is. Either way, I actually kind of planned what I'm gonna talk about for today. It's not gonna be such a freestyle anymore. Well, I guess maybe Mondays should be more planned and Fridays should be more of a freestyle. That I think that would be the more interesting way of doing this, at least for me. Either way, so you might ask yourself, what am I planning to talk about today? And I've been thinking about talking. Well, I've been thinking about talking about I want to talk about personality, having a personality, or rather lack thereof, because lately I've been seeing so much on social media, Instagram, which I use most, this obsession with making like a main character personality for everyone, trying to stand out, to be something so completely different from anybody else, and it's kind of pathetic, I'm not gonna lie. It's it's very degrading for you as a human, because it's like not yourself, you're basically the court jester for everyone else. And I know you might be thinking, whoa, that's a crazy start. He's really starting strong here. And yeah, I guess this subject has been sitting on my mind for a little bit, and I just want to get my point across with it. And I'll do it by, I guess, a little story time. Yeah, story time. First story time of this series. Actually, second. Well, it depends on how you want to look at it. Either way, so back in my high school days. Yeah, I'm that old that I gotta talk about back in the high school days. I'm one foot in the grave already. Well, yeah, I used to have this girl in my classroom, in my high school class. I will not name her, of course. She can have her privacy, but here's the thing with her. She never quite had her own personality. You couldn't define her as this person that does this thing, because her personality changed and moved around depending on the latest trend she saw on Instagram, or the latest movies she was watching, and, or she saw like something cool or something online. Yeah, and she never quite had her own personality to speak of. She always was jumping around from thing to thing to thing, and that's that's it's pathetic, really. And yeah, I know I'm dissing her right now for no reason. Well, I have my reasons, because well, not necessarily reasons of hate towards her, but it gets my point across. For example, I remember at the start of high school, I would say like ninth grade, where I'm from. Ninth grade is where you start high school. Her whole thing was like she had a friend who spoke Russian, and she thought that was cool, so she changed her whole life around to sort of learn Russian. Everything she posted on Instagram and stuff like that was with some Russian text or something, and that was her whole thing, Oh my god, I know so much Russian, I love Russian, I enjoy Russian so much. And that lasted about 4 months, we thought that was her thing. Okay, that's your thing, you really like Russian or stuff like that, that's good for you. Nope, it switched around like that, like snap of a finger. And after that, she switched around to Greek, learning Greek, and her whole personality was Greek islands, and like learning Greek and stuff, and posting stories with like Duolingo Greek on her Instagram. insane, and we're like, okay, that's, I guess that's the change. So that lasted for a bit as well, and then, like always, she switched to the Spanish because she saw, I guess, some Spanish posting on Instagram, and this one actually has been kept for a while, but it uh, that doesn't say much about her personality really, because uh, she kept the language thing, but she switched to like she started switching around depending on the movies she saw and stuff like that. Like for a while, it was like an obsession, which is crazy for a girl to have an obsession with this. But she was obsessed with like American Psycho and shit, and yeah, always trying to fluctuate around, and that's what I'm trying to say in short. I think I've been blabbering on about long enough about her life, but that was the thing with her. She never could stick to being herself. She was never and will never be herself. She is always someone else. And that's and that's one of the reasons she couldn't really get any friends in high school. She always, even from talking to her after high school, she blamed everyone else but herself, and she she was on bad terms with everyone in the class, and because she could never stick to being herself and like actually being a decent human being, I suppose, which that goes into another thing. But either way, the main focus is this personality thing, and I guess this is a lesson, almost a life lesson I'm trying to give to you guys. Like, uh, don't try to be different just because you see something cool on the internet, or try to imitate that life, because that's not your life. Your life is your thing. Like, it's just adapt to the things that are happening to you in your life and create a personality upon your experiences, not upon what you see on Instagram, or what movie you just watched, or what your friends are doing, because that would be like peer pressure. Basically, you're trying to adapt to the crowd. Don't do that. Adapt to the things that happen to you in your life. Create your personality upon that. Don't you, and I think that would make you stand out the most. The fact that you have your own thing, no matter what other people are doing online or around you. You have your own thing. You you are yourself, basically, and that's gonna make you 10 times more interesting to everybody. You don't have to create a persona. You never have to do that. That, even if, let's say, by a miracle, you create a persona that other people around you think is cool, how long do you think that's gonna last? Because it's not yourself. You're not being yourself in that. It's fiction. And once, this so-called, I know it's corny, but this so-called mask drops, what do you have, what do you think it's gonna happen with that? You think your friends are gonna stick around? Nah, because your friends don't actually know you. So, yeah. I know this has been a little bit of a deeper talk than usual, but I feel like, we can dive into this stuff too from time to time on this channel. I mean, I don't see anything wrong in that, diving a bit into deeper subjects and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to get across with this point. I know this came off very strong, and probably it came off a bit mean towards that person, but I want to be clear, I have nothing towards that girl other than feeling slight pity for her, because she Jesus, I just feel sad for her. I don't feel like I should dive deep into her life or anything. This like little thing, it's plenty enough. But yeah, stick to being yourself, guys. And no matter what other people think, no matter what your friend group likes or stuff like that, because there are other friends to have around. You don't need to desperately stick to someone and make people like you like it's the holy grail, you know, their attention and approval. Just be yourself. First of all, you're gonna notice you're a lot happier when you're just being yourself, and life seems to go a lot easier. At least that's in my experience. Like, I don't know. As you can see with these videos, I'm not trying to put myself up as some kind of macho man who knows it all or some agitate. I'm just speaking from my experiences, telling you my life, and you know, I'm not trying to put on this character right now. Because usually in my music, I put up the character of Americanu, which is, you know, you might notice from my music it's a lot of confidence and stuff like that. It's all an act. Don't take my music seriously. Please don't take my music seriously. It's all just an act for fun. This, in these videos, like these talks, this is me. This is just how I am, of course, with a few walls put up. I don't want you to actually know everything about me and my emotions and my personal life, but it's about as open as I morally could be on this, on this website, I suppose. If you want more open, if you want me to be more open, check my OnlyFans now. I'm joking. Yeah, but that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today, and I hope I didn't blabber on and I made my point pretty clear. As always, guys, my Instagram would be up on the screen shamelessly on right now. You can text me on there or write me in the comments whatever you want to talk about, and also I would love to hear some game suggestions for like the background gameplay, because I'm running out of it. I'm playing American Truck Simulator right now. Like I really need to branch out with some ideas. I would love to hear some from you guys. Either way, I hope you have a wonderful day or a wonderful night or a great sleep. Thank you for joining me again and listening to me rant about something. As always, I'm thankful you guys are watching this content and enjoying it, hopefully. And I'll see you all in the next video on Friday. Yeah. See ya.